Hey guys, I don't know how to start off this video, so here's this.
What?
What the fuck? So starting us off is gonna be the spitty. Don't get any dirty ideas with these guys. These guys are new to the game. They just wanted to try something new. And if there's any hunter I feel so bad about, it's these guys, no doubt. What they do basically is tendril near you, or basically just get near you, you know? They'll walk up to you as well and just spit at the ground, or just spit around you. They don't even know that a spit stuck is even a thing. They'll go up to you in the most vulnerable way, then they'll spit, instantly tendril away like 50,000 kilometers, and then come back and repeat the process. They're the same people that don't know how to cancel a ground pound, so they go walking around across the map with their hands up just to safely let go of a ground pound. The best way to counter these guys is to intentionally get hit by their spit. Now don't worry if you did choose to get hit by it, because they'll get really cocky and start ambushing with everything they got, mostly ground pounds and just claws, because they don't know how to really use tackle. But yeah, basically you just hit yourself with the spit. They'll get really cocky but don't know how to really fight you, and that's just easy pickings right there. Usually these people in this type of stage don't really make it that far. 9 times out of 10 people just quit. So I guess 3 things kind of happen in their head. One is that they realize this game mode is not for them. 2 is that they're either too lazy to look up some sort of tips and trick video, and so they kind of just blame everything on the other person, like the human is OP and this game mode sucks. And I don't blame them for not looking up any tips and tricks videos, because there aren't any good ones out there. And 3 could really range to anything. Like, I don't know, maybe they might have came across a cheater and they might have thought what they were doing was legit. The next type of hunters, I call them the proximity hunters or some shit like that. They made it past stage 1 and now they're getting a little bit more away. So what they do is they don't completely tendril away now, they tendril around you, hoping that you get distracted by them. This tactic kinda works against people who still play seriously, which is pretty sad because the people who do this are like level 12 stalkers. So if you think about it, if you're falling for this shit, then oh my god, there's no hope for you. But what exactly counts as falling for it? Basically, to summarize it all up, is you stop whatever you're doing to try and fully drain him. Unless you're like someone like Humble Appearance that just spam the living shit out of tendril to paranoid the fuck out of you. He does it so much that it doesn't even work on me anymore. But yeah, if you're still some experienced player that still does something similar to that, then you know, that's understandable. But that's a different story because you're experienced. The one I'm talking about, I just straight up new. These guys barely passed the first hunter we talked about. So yeah, believe it or not, this might actually work on some veterans out there, but I wouldn't count on it too much, you know. These guys, they want to be so near you, so you get distracted by them, that they'll just stand still and forget that you can shoot them. And then once you shoot them, they'll get traumatized forever and then just never stop moving ever again. The best way to counter these guys is to literally just throw a flare and chill in it. Now, I wouldn't chill too hard because these guys could actually land their spits this time. And if they land it with a UV spit, shit, you're kinda fucked. But also keep in mind that the intentional spit hit tactic still works on them. Next up is gonna be the private profiles. These guys are just straight up cheaters. I mean, that's why it's private in the first place. They're stupid enough to think that Techland might actually ban them. So yeah, private profiles, they're bad. Most of them are really bad, and that's why they're cheating, just to try to get the upper hand. And I don't know what's up with these guys. Even though they're blatantly cheating, they still have the brain power to call the other people cheaters. I think they might be trolling when they say that, but then again, most of their English is fucking terrible. I don't even think they know how to do sarcasm. And it's no surprise that no matter what cheats they pull out from where, they actually still end up losing. To me and my friends, that is. I don't know about other randoms. Okay, this next hunter. This is the one I hate the most. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, dude, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about this. These are the guys who just question everything. Anything you do, it's just nothing but question mark, and question marks. And these guys are also cheaters, so they'll crash you if they don't understand what the fuck is going on with their little ass brains. What I do, I just ignore these guys. I don't care if they crash me, because I don't want to spend 50 hours trying to lecture some dumbass how a DFA works. And usually these guys are like pros, like 1,000 hours and shit. Okay man, that's all I'm gonna say, fuck those guys. On to the next one. Boom, we're gonna be talking about fake ass apexes now. Or as me and my friends call them, fapex. Just a mixture between fake and apex. If they have ground pound knockback, then they got their save from Nexus. And if they don't, well, they had to suck a lot of it for people to drop them that many flares. PS, these guys also have a loud mouth and call you cheaters. So yeah, fuck these guys as well. Alright, then following up after that are gonna be the Mutation 0 people with UV heal and basically all the skills. These guys, well, I don't have a problem with them. It's totally fine that they have that. It does throw me off when I first see it, I'm not gonna lie, it catches a person off guard. So they have the element of surprise. 5 out of 10 of these people are chill, so be very cautious around them. Because if you find one that's not chill, well, you basically become a babysitter. You know, now it's time to talk about the Smurfs. But what classifies as a Smurf in a game where your rank could be reset by anyone? If your rank is down and your level is low, well that counts as a Smurf. But if your rank is low and your level is high, you're not a Smurf. I feel sad for these guys, because I know what they might actually be doing. Trying to get another save up to Apex, they're trying to get the rainbow, if you know what I mean, which is every save is a different night hunter mutation. You think with all the hackers and shit in this game, they would probably keep a dev menu on them to crash any like obstacles they come across, because you know they're gonna be biters, they're gonna be so defenseless. But no, all the Smurfs I really fought haven't really crashed me at all or like cheated in any way. These guys, if they're going in, they know what they're getting themselves into. And that's some mad respect, but then again, they do get mad easily. So you know, fucking minus 10 points for them for that. And let's do a complete 180 from people that get mad easily to the teabagging friendly hunters. You know which one I'm talking about, you've all fought them before. The hunter that would join you and then just like teabagging in front of you to signal truce. I don't waste my time with these guys. I'm here to play. And I don't know how these guys manage to do it, but you could win the game, kill the last nest or whatever, but it will always show up as they aborted. But yeah man, like I said earlier, I'm here to play and have fun and do something interesting. Not play some kiddie pool fucking dropkick versus tackle. That shit is boring to me now. Speaking of dropkick versus tackle people, those hunters are exclusive to just that game mode, people who do that. You don't really see them out in public. But, listen, here's the icing on the cake. They're so used to making up rules as they go in dropkick versus tackle. So in the rare instance that when they do go in a public match, they try telling the other person what not to do. So basically the whole control that they are used to, it leaks to the public. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, they are quite the bitches when you do not listen to them. But you know, I think it's for the best that you don't listen to what they say and make them leave, because there's no room for people like them. These next hunters, they are apexes that only invade noobs and leave when they're going up against pros. So they're just abusing little newcomers, you know? For me, I don't mind, let them stay there. They know better than a biter, so it doesn't really affect much. But you know what I do wish kind of stayed in their lane and never came over to my lane? It's hunters that use weapons. Basically, it's another form of cheaters, but these guys don't know a lot about cheating. They barely got like a dev menu. And so when they have a stick up their ass, which is always, I'm not exaggerating, they always find some stupid excuse to just pull out a weapon, or they just feel like it, you know, because they're new to cheating. They pull out a weapon like a Kopesh or a dark machete and then start going to town. Since I don't use a dev menu but my friends do, I just go in water or a safe house and just chill there and let my friends bully them. And just like every other cheater, they also call you a cheater. It happens frequently with a lot of people who cheat. They call normal people cheaters. It's happened so much to me that I've gotten used to it, and I think it's getting kind of repetitive, me saying it over and over again in this video, saying that, oh, these cheaters call you a cheater, you know? But I feel like I need to point that out. So yeah, I feel sad if they pull out a weapon against someone who doesn't have a dev menu. Then again, just avoid then. If you don't know how, just change your game to single player in the middle of the match. Don't give these guys any more satisfaction than you need to by staying there. Don't give these guys the XP. Even though they probably don't need the XP, you leaving and making it someone else's problem, that other person they go to might have a dev menu and treat them like shit. But yeah, you're welcome if you didn't know about that. Now you can deal with them if you couldn't. Whew, alright, leaving that big lecture that I wasn't expecting to go that far, let's go to something funny that I actually really love to see, but fuck man, you don't see it a lot. I'm talking about people who forgot to update their data 4. Basically, when the game updates, you also need to update your data pack. But yeah, your whole game gets so fucking scuffed, it's amazing. Your sprinting gets all messed up, your health doesn't even work the same, like a UV light would drain your health. And just a lot of funky shit in general would happen. Too bad you don't see it often because people pass around their modded data pack like if it's candy in Halloween. But when you do see it, oh man, is it something to cherish. Okay, these next guys. Let's talk about something very controversial, shall we? Let's talk about instant tackle. It's supposed to come back with DLR, but we all know that Techland isn't gonna add that shit. So people went out of their way to add their own instant tackle. And so, since it hasn't been here for a long time, when people see it, it triggers like some sort of lost memory. And so they start just using everything in the book against you, including me. I started two-handed spamming. But what's my opinion on this? I don't think that the people should be bringing back their own instant tackle. Well, I guess I'm just speaking because this is a kind of biased opinion from me. Every person I fought that does have their instant tackle has always crashed me. And so I guess that's why I don't accept it coming back. Because the people that do it are just hungry for power. But if it does come back by some miracle in DLI, then that'll be a blessing. I'll accept that. But people coming up with their own, that just ain't the way to go. Man, I'm running out of segues to get to the next hunter. But the one I'm going to talk about now is those hunters that try to act smart against an experienced player. These hunters only stay in a match for 2 seconds. They try to be like some sort of referee, saying that that's not how this works or that's not how that works. And they just look very fucking stupid. Is there anything that looks more clownish than a clown? Because the first thing that pops up in my head is these people. Okay, let's switch it up. We're going to the following now. And the hunters I'm talking about are the ones that ground pound spam your buggy. You know what I'm talking about. These guys are everywhere, just like the friendly night hunters that teabag. But if you manage to kill them while they spam your buggy, then they'll never do it again. They'll get scarred for life, which is actually really funny. Okay, let's leave the following. What a trash ass place. The DLC is good, but fighting the hunter there is just a no-go. Now let's talk about the hunters that resort to clawing after all else fails. So they try everything on you, from tackles to pounds to ground pounds, everything in the book. But they don't do it right. And so they go to do what they know best. They go up to you and spam left click or right trigger. And for some reason this actually does more damage than anything else they were doing. It just makes no sense, bruh. Hey, these next hunters are very sensitive. They are the worst hunters you could ever encounter. I'm talking about the creatures that use Satan's mod. I can't say much about them, or else they'll go on a fucking rampage. Don't tell anyone I said this part. They are the biggest dumbasses Dying Light has ever seen, and they don't know how to actually hack. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Oh, my bad, Satan users. Maybe next time you'll use that brain of yours or whatever the fuck you used to think, but I highly doubt it. Imagine thinking you're actually doing something bad, when in reality you don't even know how to. Never mind. I think I've said enough. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to the role players, aka those night hunters that go like nom nom nom, I'ma eat you and stuff. In the past I used to say that they were the worst hunters you could ever get, but I realized that I was blinded. So you guys now take the rank as the 3rd worst hunters out there. So congratulations, you went from 1st to 3rd. Have a bronze medal. Now get out. Are they gone? Yes? Okay, good. Now it's time to talk about those guys, you know, those hunters. Look, I'll talk about the laggy ones. Let me clear some air real quick. The difference between someone who is lagging and has like modded DFA or dropkick range, it's based on location. Look, if you get pulled back to the DFA, like if you're somewhere else and then you get dragged to the place you previously were, then that's lag. But if the human is coming to you and when the animation lands, and it's happening where you were instead of you being pulled back to where he was, you get me? Then that's him cheating. I hope I cleared some air, but yeah, it's all based on location. Whew, damn, I became a teacher there for a second. Shit. Okay, these next hunters, it's gonna range different to different people. I'm bringing up the hunters that tell you to open co-ops and let their friend join. I don't let their friend join. Say whatever you want, but you're not convincing me to letting your friend join. I don't care who he is, I don't care what he's gonna do. If I don't know him, he's not coming in here. And there's good reasons why. Cause I don't know what the fuck your friend is gonna do. And I don't care if you leave, cause you always do. You always leave and I don't let your butt buddy join. Wow, I actually like messaged them directly. I didn't talk in a third person perspective, you know? I wasn't expecting to do that, but it happened. Oh well. What was the craziest excuse you guys ever heard for a night hunter leaving? Me? Somebody said that the grandma was throwing up. But he didn't say it like in a sympathy way. He said it like, dude, I gotta go. My fucking grandma's throwing up. Like if you think about it, like, dude, go take care of her. What are you doing playing? I don't have the clip anymore, but I do have this. Okay, man, I was bound to talk about these people. Fear, Alpha Prodigy, and Caillou. Those guys have influenced a lot of night hunters. I mean, what is there to say about them besides like, it's always the same thing? Like when these people come up, everyone says like, oh, all they do is GP spit, so they're not even good. And it's just like, whatever. Most of these fanboys ain't nearly as good as the original, you know? So it doesn't really bother me. What do I think about these little kids looking up to these people? I don't mind, I guess. If they're gonna start GP spamming or playing similar to them, we always got two-handeds to spam. But I don't know what to say besides something you've already heard. So you guys know Chihuahuas, you know, the little dogs that are just annoying and fucking, they're so angry for no reason? Now there are night hunters that are similar to Chihuahuas. All they do is just bark, aka just talking. The only difference is that they don't bite like Chihuahuas, and the things they talk about are just them fucking complaining about everything. Look, what I'm trying to say is that these guys are just as bad as Chihuahuas, but they don't bite. All they do is just bark. And I bet they're built like one too. But shifting from those little annoying shits, let's go to the cooler side. Let's go to the night hunters that don't say a word. They let their playstyle do the talking. They join, no mods, no nothing. But they do have it, don't get me wrong. If you cheat, they'll get rid of you. Shit, dude, it's so mysterious. A real experienced player would know that they're not cheating or modding. But mostly people just call them hackers and cheaters. Alright guys, before we get to the last hunter, I just want to say something really quick. If I didn't mention a certain playstyle, it's most likely because it wasn't overrated or it's not seen that much. Well, okay guys, we made it to the last hunter. But I'm gonna throw in a big twist here. So you guys know those hunters that always abort? I was gonna save that type of hunter for last because they're so overrated. It's basically the new norm. But there's this one hunter that went on and beyond. Look, he challenged me to a 1v1. And he was one laggy motherfucker. And so I challenged him. I didn't care because he sucked. Yeah, I was a bit nervous that his lag was gonna kick in and that he could have won because of that. But no, I was flawlessing the fuck out of him, dude. And then look, here's the icing on the cake. He resets scenarios, right? And then he tells me not to leave. But then he leaves, okay? Now some of you may think he like crashed or something, but he never made any kind of effort to join back. So I kind of came up with some sort of theory because I was thinking about it. And here's what I came up with. He did that shit to make it look like I was scared of him. But what he doesn't know is that I saved the clip. Dude, I regret not getting his profile. But I do hope he sees this.